Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a day in the life video. I posted on my community page last night or sometime yesterday asking if you guys would rather see a get it all done this week or a day in the life. And day in the life, at least last time I checked last night, was barely winning. So I will do a get it all done sometime next week. I'm very much so out of my groove and my routine because I was actually out of town this past weekend. I posted like a week and a half ago on my community page asking if you guys wanted to see a packing vlog because we were traveling with both kids, and over like 70% of people said yes. So I left on Friday. Today's Tuesday. Left on Friday, and then I got back yesterday. So we were there for 2 full days. The kids did not end up going with us because Thursday afternoon, Eva woke up from her nap with 102 fever, and I did end up going by myself. I was going to visit my family in New Jersey, and the whole point of the trip was because one of my grandparents does not have much time left. So my dad and I booked like a very last minute trip. We were gonna go like in May, and then my cousin, who's a nurse, called me. Is that Pearl? My cousin, who's a nurse, called me, and she was like, you should probably. We did a 7-day, before I left for New Jersey, we did a 7-day TV detox with the kids, mainly for Jonah. Eva doesn't really watch it. And I highly recommend it. And so ever since we stopped the detox, our rule has been he gets 30 minutes in the morning before lunch, so 10:30 to 11, and then he gets 30 minutes while I cook dinner. So an hour a day, broken up into 2 different chunks, and it has worked really well. Now I'm letting him watch Paw Patrol. Now it's almost 8 o'clock, and he's laying in our bed watching Paw Patrol, but he's super sick, so I'll probably call the nurse's line. They get in at 9. Call the nurse's line and see if I should bring him in or just let it ride out. But Easter is this weekend, so. But yeah, this video is just gonna be me trying to get the house. Trying to get the house back in order, kind of trying to get back in my routine as much as I can with having, she's a little bit under the weather as well, not as bad. And we're gonna chit chat about some things as well. Hi. You want Mama to come sit? Okay. That's okay. Let's bring them in the kitchen. Okay, take that to the kitchen. Okay, little grocery haul. Got some burger patties because we're gonna make burgers one night. Ground beef. We got some mushrooms for our stir fry. What's that? Lettuce and spinach. Some snap peas for our stir fry. Yogurt. Potatoes. Some baby potatoes for just a side dish. Lime. We got a big box of rice. Strawberry cake. We got some Thai chili sauce, also for our stir fry, and salsa. We got enchilada sauce, chocolate frosting, because we're gonna make a cake for Easter. We got green onions for the stir fry. What's that? What is that? Broccoli. Zucchini. Bell peppers. Burger buns for burger night. Oreos. Jonah, you want to bake a cake with Mama today? Okay, we'll use these for our cake. Tortillas. I think I ordered one big box and they gave me a bunch of small ones of mozzarella sticks. Yeah, we got milk, shrimp. I got some of these like little fruit and cheese snack plates. What's that one have? Paw Patrol. I got orange candy milk. I got some eggs. I want to meal prep some egg bites. I might do that today. What's that? We got cheese for our enchiladas. Got some sliced cheese. And one of these little things. We have a big thing of strawberries. Those are huge. Say huge.
Huge.
Yeah. these are for the Easter cake. If we make it today, I'll show you. And then a tomato, and that's everything we got. Fridge really needs to get cleaned out because a lot of things went bad while I was gone. Here we go. Sissy, what are you doing with the chili sauce? What, Sissy?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Can you? Okay, can you give me the zucchini? Thank you. No, buddy, Mom, that's, do you let go? Yeah, we're gonna make that today. Okay, that goes in the fridge. Mommy's gonna put it in the fridge. Do you guys hear that? I love my kids to death, but I am never sad when it's nap time. I made myself a coffee because I'm dragging. I had a really early flight yesterday, and then I hardly slept last night because Jonah was sick. And I'm getting comfy on the floor because I feel like the floor is just so much more casual for like a chatty video. So I've been kind of wanting to talk about like my YouTube channel, where I'm going with it. I just had to figure that out first before I talked about it. And in my last video, I asked people to put video requests for April. And someone asked me to kind of talk about like how I stay present as a mom, which is actually something I'm really passionate about. So I thought it was a great topic. And it kind of fits into like what I was also planning on discussing with just how my YouTube channel is going. So I started my channel back in November. So I've only been doing this for a few months. But I started because I've been one of those things where like I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but I became a mom almost 3 years ago, and I felt like it just really took me a while to kind of find my rhythm. I became a mom at the very beginning of the pandemic, which was obviously really hard. We had a lot of other things going on in our personal lives with jobs and moving and things kind of at the same time as the pandemic and as the same time that our first child was born. And so I just feel like it took me a very long time to kind of just like find my way as a mom. I was not the kind of person who popped out a baby and then everything after that just like felt so natural to me. I had a lot of struggles at the beginning of my motherhood journey, and I don't mind talking about those things, but that's just like not really what this topic is, so I could totally do that for another video. That's kind of why like I never started a YouTube channel, so I just felt like I couldn't find my footing. I felt like I was drowning. I couldn't catch my breath, and then my babies were 18 months apart, so I felt like once I was finally kind of like getting into the groove of being a mom, then my second baby was born, and then I was like back at square one. So that's kind of why I started in November. I felt like I finally had my footing as a mom. I felt like I had a routine, like I wasn't just constantly like taking steps backward. So I told my husband, I was like, I'm gonna do YouTube, because I've been kind of like talking about it for a while. And I was like, I made up my mind, I'm gonna do YouTube. I'm gonna commit to doing it for the month of November. And I said I'm gonna post 3 videos a week the entire month. I know that's a lot, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna miss a day, and I didn't. And I said at the very end of the month, I'm gonna decide, do I just wanna delete everything and like pretend it never happened, or do I wanna keep doing it? And I kind of honestly expected to have like 0 views, 0 subscribers, because there's so many people on YouTube. Like I don't even know how people found me, and I don't have like a huge following or anything. I'm like almost to 600. By the end of my first month, I had a video that hit 13,000 views, which I know is like not a lot for most people, but for just starting out, like I was shocked. Like I couldn't even believe like I had a video that broke like 20 views, you know? So I had a video hit 13,000 views, and I was around like 250 subs by the end of the first month, and I was like, okay, I want to keep doing this. And posting 3 videos a week is a lot. Now, I don't want anyone to mistake what I'm saying for saying that like being a YouTuber is hard. YouTubers need to stop telling their audience that they work hard, because it absolutely blows my mind that people say that this is a real job. If any YouTuber says that being on YouTube is a real job, they've either never had a job or they're lying, because this is not a real job, okay? Like, it is so cringy for me. Like, I've worked real jobs before. I used to be a teacher, and for people who, you know, just honestly got lucky and hit the algorithm just right and made millions of dollars on YouTube, standing there with their designer bags and their mansion homes and talking about how they work their ass off for everything that they have. And it's like, no, you just got lucky. Like, being a YouTuber is not working your ass off. Like, being a teacher, being a nurse, being an engineer, a fireman. I mean, like, anything else is hard work, but this is not. So I just wanted to add that in, because I don't want to sit here and make it sound like, oh my gosh, like 3 videos this week is so much work, because it's not hard. It's not work. It is time consuming. And I think that's where like YouTubers get confused. Like, they think because it takes a lot of time is hard. It takes me, if I'm doing like a cleaning video, it takes me probably double the amount of time to do whatever I'm doing if I'm filming it. So if I'm doing something that normally would take me like 2 hours, it takes me at least 4 hours if I'm filming it, because it does just take a lot to like set the camera up in every angle and make sure it's in focus. And I'm not even like a professional or anything, but it takes a lot of time, and editing also takes a lot of time. I put hours into editing every single video. And again, I'm not a professional editor. Like, I just do very basic stuff. So it is very time consuming. So I kind of felt like I was seeing like the amount of progress I did in such a short amount of time, because I was posting 3 times a week. So in December, I was like, I'm going to continue to post 3 times a week. And then if you've been following me since then, you know, like, my whole family was sick the entire month of December, and then my grandpa died at the very end of the month. So up until he passed away, I didn't post 3 times a week because everyone was constantly sick. We started off with COVID, and then we had 2 different stomach flus and 2 different colds come through. And then after my grandpa passed, like, I just needed a couple weeks to like not think about it. So that kind of went into January, and then February we again were like sick the entire month. In March, I was like finally able to start posting consistently again, and I was trying to do 3 times a week, and it's just so much time. Like, I don't, the only time I have is when my kids are napping right now, and their naps overlap for like maybe half an hour, or when they go down for bed at night. And I just felt like every single night I was either filming or editing. Like, I had no time with Alex after the kids went down. I had no time on the weekends because I was too busy filming all my content then. And I just started to feel like very guilty, like I wasn't being present enough with my kids, which was why I kind of said that like leads into that conversation, which I'll get to in a minute. I just started feeling incredibly guilty because I quit my job as a teacher to stay home with my kids, because I wanted to be present, because I didn't want to miss anything, because I wanted to be the one who took care of them, you know, all day, every day. And I still am, but I felt like I was missing out on that family time when Alex was home in the evenings and on the weekends, like when I'm supposed to be with my whole family and not just with my kids, because it felt like as soon as Alex came home, like I would hurry up, cook dinner, and then he would hang out with the kids, do bedtime, whatever, while I was upstairs editing. And on the weekends, it'd be like, okay, he's gonna take the kids to the park so I can film a cleaning video. I honestly, like a couple weeks ago, was like, should I quit this? Because I enjoy it, and I don't make any money on YouTube. So I can't even like justify this by saying like, oh, well, at least I bring home a paycheck every month. I don't have enough subscribers to monetize my videos. Maybe someday I will, but as of right now, I've not made a penny off of any of the videos that I've made. This has been nothing but a hobby for me. And so I just felt like I was taking way too much time. And even during the day, whenever I was with my kids, like checking to see if I had comments, checking to see if I had any new subscribers, like every time that you see like, oh, it hit a milestone in views, like this video hit 5,000 views, which for me was 600, not even 600 subscribers is a lot of views. It'd be like those dopamine hits. Like I want to check again and again and again. And like mentally, I wasn't present with my kids, even though I was right there with them, or like constantly wanting to look at my phone and seeing like, how many new subscribers did I get? How many views did yesterday's video get? And so I just felt like it was like robbing me of time with my kids and with my family. So I have decided I'm going to be posting 2 times a week. 3 times is just too much. It takes me like a day to film each video and then another day to edit the video. So if I'm doing 3 days a week, that's 6 days that I'm either filming or editing, and that's assuming that like it doesn't take me 2 days to film another video, which sometimes it does. So if I'm doing 2 videos a week, then that's just 4 days, 2 editing days, 2 filming days. That's gonna be so much more manageable. I kind of like have an entire schedule of like the days of the week, the 2 days I'm gonna film and the 2 days I'm gonna edit. My uploading days are gonna be Tuesdays and Fridays. Now, since I was just out of town, I'm gonna get this video up as soon as I can, which will either be tomorrow, which is Wednesday, or on Thursday. So I won't be posting on Friday this week. Next week I will be posting on Tuesday, and then I'll continue to post Tuesday and Friday for the foreseeable future. Obviously, real life happens. My kids are sick all the time. So anyway, kind of going into the conversation about being present as a mom. So I mentioned I'm very passionate about this because my love language is quality time. I love spending quality time with people. If you don't really like know what quality time is, it's basically just like really good, I mean, it sounds obvious, quality time, but like no phones, no TV, like no distraction, just like one-on-one conversation, like meaningful conversation with someone. I try to be so present, not just with my kids, but honestly with anyone that I see. And we live in such a distracted world. And why is our world so distracted? Because of the stupid phones. I don't even know where mine is right now. I was gonna like hold it up and be like, this is why we're distracted, and I don't even know where it is. Now I know a lot of times people have to use their phones for work. I totally get that. I think everyone's biggest hurdle when being present with their kids or being present with anyone is the distraction of their phone. For me, and I know like not everyone is able to do this because of their jobs, but I always have my phone on silent unless Alex is at work. That way, if there's like an emergency, he needs to get a hold of me, he can call me. But I actually got rid of my Apple Watch. I didn't get rid of it, I still have it, but I wore it for like 2 years straight. And after Eva was born, I stopped wearing it because it, you know, buzzes every single time you get a notification for anything. And I just found myself like doing this all the time. Like, oh, I have a text message, or I have Instagram, or I have Facebook. And I was just like so like overstimulated with the constant buzzing on my wrist that I was like, I don't want to know if someone's contacting me right now. I'm just gonna, it's like in that drawer back there, and I haven't touched it in over a year. So the biggest tip I can give to be present with your kids, put your phone in another room. And for me at first this was hard because I was like, oh, I want to capture a picture, I want to capture a video. And I still do occasionally, and you have to keep in mind, like back whenever I was a child, like I was born in the 90s, people didn't have smartphones, people don't have cell phones in general. So our parents weren't able to capture like every single moment, and like they're fine. I mean, it's definitely a nice thing to have about a phone is that you can take pictures of your kids whenever, but I'm sure you have enough pictures on your phone right now of your child that you probably don't need to take another one today, you know? So at first this was hard for me because I was like, oh, I want to take a picture if they're doing something cute. I want to take a video if you're doing something cute. And then I kind of realized like, how much am I enjoying that cute moment if I'm holding my phone up here and I'm trying to get them in the frame? I'm like, oh my gosh, look this way, like, hi. Like, I would much rather like truly absorb that moment of whatever's going on than have a picture of it to look back on later whenever I didn't even like enjoy it while it was happening, you know? And again, I'm not saying like you should take pictures or videos of your kids at all, but like 90% of the time I leave my phone in a different room because if I don't, I'm tempted to look at it. And then how easy is it to just get sucked into scrolling? And my kids are so young, I don't know what their love languages are yet. Like they might be quality time. They might, if they look over at me and I'm on my phone, they might feel like, oh my gosh, mom's ignoring me. Or the kids have swim lessons every week, and I always have my phone like put in the diaper bag, like packed away whenever they're swimming, so I'm not tempted to look at it, so I can like be engaged and watch them in their swim lessons. And there's so many times that, well, Eva's young enough that one of us swims with her. We trade off every week, and then the other one will like go watch Jonah swim. And he does so many things that he's so proud of that as soon as he does it, he like looks around and he checks to make sure that I saw it. And I'm like, yeah, good job, buddy. And then I see, and I'm not trying to sound judgmental because I know people have to work on their phones and parents could be answering emails. Some of them are scrolling on TikTok, but anyway, I know that's not always the case. But I will see other kids do the exact same thing. Like look at their mom or dad because they're proud and they want to make sure that the parents saw them. And the parents just like this on their phone. Like you just miss out on so much. And it's just so sad that we live in this world that people are so addicted to their phones. Like if you sit at a red light, just take a look around. How many people are on their phone? Just about everyone. Like, do you need your phone if you go to the bathroom? Do you need to pull out your phone if you're standing in line somewhere? And I'm not like, I'm guilty of it as well. And for me, It bothers me so much whenever I'm trying to have a conversation with someone and they start looking at their phone. I just feel like it is so rude, and so many people do it that I feel like I've got to be in the minority on thinking that it's rude. But I don't care what anyone says. If you're looking at your phone, if you're typing when someone's talking to you, you're not listening to what they're saying. You might be picking up on like a word here or there, but you're not really present for the conversation. And a couple years ago, whenever we were living out of state, we came back here to visit, and I was talking to one of my family members, and their phone went off, and they picked it up right in the middle of me talking to them, and they started texting something back to this person. So I just stopped talking because I was like, I'm not going to talk if the person's not actually like paying attention to what I'm saying. And then they got upset with me because they like looked at me when they realized I wasn't talking, and they're like, I'm listening. And I was like, that's fine, I'll just wait for you to be done. And they were like, oh, like they were legitimately upset with me because they were saying that the person that they were talking to through text, they were talking to them before I started a conversation with them. And it's like, that's the beauty of text messaging, is that you don't have to do it right away. Like, text messages don't expire. Like, you, as soon as you hear your phone ding, like, you don't have to look at it, you don't have to respond. And if you're spending time with other people, unless it's something urgent, you really shouldn't look at it and you shouldn't respond. At the end of our lives, no one is going to say like, oh, I wish I spent more time on my phone. Like, I spent too much time paying attention to my kids. I really should have scrolled on Instagram more. Like, shame on me. Like, no one is going to say that. No one is going to, you're never going to regret being present in other people's lives and having meaningful conversations with them. And it's not just your kids. Like, you should be making people feel important, like your kids, your parents, your siblings, even your coworkers. Like, just whatever day you're watching this video, take some time to pause, just look around you. Just anytime that you feel the need of like, oh, I'm bored because I have 10 seconds of downtime, let me scroll on my phone. Just take a moment, take a deep breath. That's like something that people need to do more often. Do it with me right now. Take a deep breath, look around you, actually just absorb the world around us and be present. Even if there's always something to enjoy, even if it's just something as simple as a bird. Like, if you look at the older generation, like people in their 80s, how much more did they enjoy life than our generation is enjoying it, because we're so stuck on our phones. And I know I'm like really going on a rant. I'm not trying to sound like I'm up on my high horse, because again, I am guilty of doing it as well. I just never want my kids to grow up and feel like mom was always on her phone. I don't want them to feel the way that that family member made me feel, of like, wow, I'm so unimportant that they care more about answering this one text message than they do spending time with me whenever I don't even live here and I'm just here visiting for Christmas. You know, like, I want my kids to look back and feel like mom enjoyed her time with us. Mom was present with us. Mom didn't just tolerate us, you know. Like, I want them to know that I'm here. Like, I just don't want them to have negative memories of me whenever they're adults. So, and if you feel like you can't do what I'm talking about because you might genuinely be addicted to your phone and you want to make a change but you just feel like you can't, you know, just start with baby steps. Just say, you know, I'm going to leave my phone on my nightstand until breakfast is done or whatever. Like, you know, you've got to take it one step at a time if you're going to make like a big change in any area of your life. I feel like phones rob us from like, they keep you close to people far from you, but they keep you far from the people close to you. So make someone feel seen today, because I feel like our world is just really missing that. It doesn't even have to be anyone that you're close to. It doesn't even have to be a person that you know. Just something as simple as if you go through McDonald's on your way home from work, like making eye contact with the person handing you your food and saying thank you. Just things that are so small aren't always small, you know, like those add up to big things. So anyway, I'm done with my coffee. I think I've rambled enough. Let me know if you guys like these kind of chit chat type of videos. I don't really do them that often, but I enjoy sitting down and talking. Kind of makes me feel like I have a friend here with me whenever I'm home by myself with my kids all day. I love being a stay-at-home mom, but it feels isolating at times for sure, because none of my friends are in this phase of life that I'm in. So anyway, I just hope you guys, when you watch my videos, you feel like you can relate to me. you know, whenever, kind of going back to whenever I first started my channel in November, I just thought like, oh, I want my content to be super motivational. And I still do. Like, it's not that I don't want it to be motivational, because I do. Like, I want my cleaning, my organizing, those kind of videos to feel motivating to you guys. But I don't want it to feel like it's out of reach either. I don't want to portray to you guys that like my house is clean all the time. You can see behind me that the couch is a mess and the diaper bag. I'm gonna go through that here in a minute. But yeah, I still want to be motivating, but motivating and realistic, relatable. That's like the main thing. I just want people to feel like they can relate to me. And I used to watch people on YouTube that I felt like I could relate to. And then over the years, as they got a lot of money and they got a new house and their husbands quit their jobs and they just stay home with them now, like it's so not relatable. I watch, you know, morning routines of moms whose husbands stay home, and it's like, okay, the mom's able to like work out and take a shower in the morning and like get ready at 8 o'clock because the husband's taking care of the kids. And it's like, okay, I mean, I can't relate to that. I don't know about you guys, but I watch that and I'm just like, no, I can't. I love when you guys comment. I love hearing your feedback. But anyway, I've been talking way too much, so let's start by cleaning out this diaper bag. We went out to eat last night, and then I didn't take any of the stuff out whenever we got home, so let's see, we got placemat. Whenever I clean out the diaper bag, I just take even like things that belong in there, I take everything out, and then I Clorox the inside of it because I don't even know how things like spill and get sticky. Eva's shoes, trash, a spoon, a fork, a bib, another placemat. If you have a toddler who is potty trained, this they sell on Amazon. It is like a travel potty seat. It's genius. Let's see, diapers, a spoon that's clean, wipes, pajamas that need to be washed, a mask, a toy egg, and a syringe that needs washed. Pretty much the only thing I keep in my diaper bag like regularly are obviously diapers and wipes, and then that's like pretty much it. I mean, back whenever they were babies, they needed a lot more burp cloths and extra clothes and all that. Ew, is that mold? What's in this pocket? Trash and a fork. I also keep children's Motrin in the side because I've learned the hard way that I should have that on hand always. And then on this side, I just have like a little membership thing to a kids museum close to us. As far as what I'm gonna put back in here, I've got 2 diapers, a thing of wipes. This little bag I put in here whenever Jonah was like very newly potty trained. It's just a pull up, which he only wears for sleep, but I just put it in here in case, I don't know, he ever needs one. And then an extra pair of pants in case he has an accident. I've never needed to use this, but if I take it out, that's whenever I'll need it. So I'm gonna leave it in. And then his little potty seat. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I just carry with me. I'm super, and the Motrin. I'm a super light packer when it comes to just day-to-day stuff for the kids. And it's funny because we do play dates with some other moms that only have 1 kid that's Jonah's age. And they always comment on like how little stuff I keep in my diaper bag. And I'm like, it's because once you have 2 kids, like you just cannot carry that much stuff because I've got like 1 kid in each arm. I can't have a super heavy diaper bag either. All right, next thing I need to do is tackle this mudroom. Oh my gosh. I am ashamed. And there's so much random stuff. Not so much, but there's some random stuff in that those like little cubicle things. But oh my word. This used to be so organized. So let's get to this. Okay guys, it's 7 o'clock. I think I'm gonna end it here. I feel like I just got a lot of footage today, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, please subscribe. Help me get to 600. I'm so close. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on Tuesday.